The Grateful Crane. Once upon a time, there lived an exceedingly poor but very kind-hearted young man. One shivery winter day, he helped a crane that was caught in a trap. The crane cried out happily and flew off. That night, snow began to fall and piled up heavily. Knock, knock. The young man heard somebody knocking on his door. He opened the door, and there was a beautiful girl standing, covered from head to toe in snow. "I'm lost and have nowhere to go. Would you put me up for one night?" she asked with a beautiful voice. "Oh, you are in trouble. My house isn't great, but if that's okay, you can stay for the night," the young man said kindly. It snowed for days on end, and snow piled up. The front door could not be opened, so the girl stayed there for several days. She was very kind and hardworking, and the young man got to like her. Eventually, the sun came out and the snow melted. When the young man thought they would separate soon, the girl said, "Would you let me be your wife?" They got married. One morning, the girl said, "I would like to weave some fabric to thank you. However, I want you to promise me only one thing. Please do not peep into the room while I'm weaving." "Okay, I promise," the young man said with a smile. The girl firmly closed the door. Knock, knock, flap, flap, knock, roll, roll, knock, knock, flap, flap, knock, roll, roll. The young man heard the sound of fabric being woven. After 3 days of weaving had passed, the girl handed the finished fabric to the young man and said, "Please go to the town and sell this." "What a beautiful fabric," the owner of the kimono fabric stealer said in surprise. The fabric was sold at a very high price. Because he made a lot of money, the young man asked the girl to weave more fabric. The girl quietly said, "I will weave just once more, but please do not peep into the room while I'm weaving." Knock, knock, flap, flap, knock, roll, roll, knock, knock, flap, flap, knock, roll, roll. The sound of her weaving went on all day long. The young man started to wonder how the girl was weaving the fabric. Knock, knock, flap, flap, knock, roll, roll. She even kept weaving into the night. The young man couldn't stop wondering, and he finally opened the door. There was no girl to be seen anywhere, and there was a crane pulling out its feathers one by one and weaving fabric from them. "You promised not to look." The girl handed him the fabric which she had just finished weaving. "I am the crane you saved that day. I wanted to repay my kindness to you. So I became a girl, but now I must leave." The girl turned into a crane, made a cry to say goodbye, and flew high into the sky. The end.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound.